You know, I wasn't going to make this video, but this one hit me in a way that I can't shake off. So, my aunt was in the hospital for about over a week, and she called me the other day and told me this. That's how I found out. Nobody in my family fucking told me. Like, not one text, not one call, nothing. And she wasn't doing great. They honestly wasn't sure if she was even going to make it. And that's why I said, like, I found out because my aunt called me and told me after she got out of the hospital. And so I realized that she told my dad. So I messaged my dad and I was like, why didn't you tell me? And his response was, oh, I didn't think about it. Didn't think about it. Just sit with that for a second. And listen, I get it. Life happens. People get busy, but she was not doing great. When do you not think about that? And honestly, it's not thinking about it that stings. It's when I look at the whole picture because my whole life I've always thought about them. And look, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I went back home a few months ago and that trip, damn, it opened my eyes to a lot of things. It cracked something open in me, and it didn't go the way that I had hoped that it would go. And I had this idea in my head that maybe we'd all finally feel close again, like old times. But instead, I just realized that I'm at a different point in my life right now, in my healing and how I see things. And that's okay. But to be honest, it's not easy. So, look, if you've ever felt like the black sheep of your family or like you've outgrown the version of you that they still expect you to be, I write about this shit every day in the chaotic letter. It's my daily email. It's real, it's raw, it's vulnerable. I'm sharing parts of my journey and my life from real time, straight from the middle mess of it. And you can join. It's free. The link's down below. And listen, if you don't like it, you can always leave. But I doubt that you'll leave. I'm pretty confident that you'll like it. I try to be open and honest and real in everything that I do when it comes to this journey. Anyways, I'd love to have you there. So, anyway, I've always done so much for my family. Like, I'm that person that will drop everything, who will drive across the country, even when I can't afford it, just to show up. Because family matters to me. Even when I had nothing, I made a way. And the truth is, they never really showed up for me the same way. You know, they don't check in. They don't actually know what's going on in my life. None of them do. They don't even know what I do right now, or what I've built, or what I'm building, or what I've survived. How, I actually had this conversation with my wife the other day that if something ever happened to me, my family would never even know. The only way that they would is if she called them. And saying that out loud fucking hurts because these people, this is my family. I've loved my whole life. People that I fought to hold on to. But here's the thing. Before I started this journey, before I started working on myself, this shit would have destroyed me. I would have taken this personally. I would have spiraled for days, weeks, months, who knows, but I would have spiraled into the abyss for sure. And I would have sat there asking myself, what is so wrong with me? Because honestly, that's a question I've asked myself a long time. And questions like, why don't they love me enough to care? Why do I always have to be the one trying? And honestly, sometimes that voice still sneaks in because it's family, right? It's supposed to be different. But what I've learned is that their silence doesn't mean I'm unworthy. Their lack of action doesn't define my worth. It says everything about them and nothing about me. And sometimes people are just not capable of meeting you where you're at. Sometimes they're fighting their own battles that you never see. And sometimes the only way to protect your peace is to stop expecting them to show up the way that you do. And that's where I'm at right now. And if you're in the same spot, trying to navigate that weird, messy space between loving your family but needing distance, I talk about that in my daily newsletter. It's real raw, again, from my own experience, my personal journey, and I'd love to have you there. Links in the description. And I can say this, that I'm done overgiving. I'm done trying to earn love that should have been unconditional. And I'm done bending myself just to stay connected. I'm focusing on the family that I'm building, not the one that just keeps breaking me. I'm focusing on my wife, our dreams, our peace, the future that we're creating and that we're building together. And I'm not saying I'll stop loving them because love doesn't just vanish. But I am saying that I'm not going to put them first anymore because every time I did, I lost more of myself. And I can't do that anymore. And if you're listening to this and you're nodding your head, if you've ever felt invisible in your own family, if you've ever realized the people you love most don't really see you anymore, please know you're not alone in that. This part of the healing journey is brutal and it can be lonely and sometimes confusing. But it's also where you start to find your peace and where you start choosing you. And if this is home, subscribe. I'm going to be creating more videos like this. This is just real things that I'm going through in my journey. I'm documenting it. So stick around, pull up a chair, and we're going to have some fun doing it. It's not always an easy process, but that's what I'm here for. Sharing the messy middle in real time, the rebuilding, the setting, the boundaries, the healing, the figuring it out part. And maybe, just maybe, it'll help you do the same. Because sometimes letting go isn't losing family, it's finding yourself again.